Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Friday Night Fights, episode number 70. In the studio tonight, playing a little bit of a different look here. Got a little scenario for you, a little dynamic exit. We're going to make our way through the plethora of rules and hopefully get less than 47 wrong. So that's the over-under, setting that right now myself. Anthony, Jason, studio. Anthony's moments away from conceding. I think he's in a rough position. Anthony, are you moments away from conceding, or
I'll give it about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? We got a 5-minute timer, so real tight show tonight. So I need to get through all the preambles so that Anthony has not conceded before we actually get to the table and show you that. So got lots of people checking in chat. Appreciate those 2 thumbs up, and thanks Bernard for the thumbs down. We will show you some painted models in a minute, and maybe you'll change that around. So a little preview of what's happening tonight. As mentioned, Anthony and Jace, they're playing the dynamic exit scenario. So spent the day quite a bit actually getting ready for this one, just to familiarize myself with some of the rules and get the Friday Night Fights looking fairly accurate to keep track of all the things here tonight. So if you're looking for us and you haven't found us, or you're looking for old episodes and this is your first one and you didn't realize we had 70 other episodes, you can find us on Star Wars Legion FNF on the Facebook. You can locate our Patreon. It's patreon.com/thetrainstudio. I'll talk about a few things there in a minute. We're also on the Twitter and the Instagram. I'll put some photos up of this one for sure on the Instagram, on the Train Studio Instagram, and then it'll get shared subsequently by Ben over to the FNF one. Anthony will put a tweet out later once he's licked his wounds, and then we'll have some Facebook content, of course. I want to thank all the folks for helping us out, and on the topic of helping us out, the tokens, as promised, the sample set already shipped, so we should have those in studio next week, I'm hoping. If all things go according to plan, we'll show you what they look like and tell you how to get them. Folks already helping us out in many ways, including our donators as well as our patrons. They're all there. I want to thank all those folks for helping us out. If you want to help us out, if you like the content after the show tonight, and you feel like you want to support future content, it's the terrainstudio2019@gmail.com. I appreciate that. Every little bit helps. If you want to join the Patreon as an ongoing contributor, you can do that. One-time donations are good, but just checking us out is also valuable to us. Our folks so far have helped us reach 24% of our goal as we move for our new PTZ camera, or cameras, here in studio. So we want to thank all those folks, as well as our sponsors down at the bottom there: Back to Basics, Deep Cut Studio, Gamers Grass, Legion Terrain, and Bryant at Phoenix Games in Australia. I want to thank that group of folks. So what we're going to do, if you're not familiar with the dynamic exit rules, excuse me, there is a number of them. So I made a little video here that'll kind of showcase the rules. Thanks to Anthony for summarizing some of these and putting them into nice readable formats. So I've adopted that into a quick video. This 4-minute video, you got to bear with us. This will probably be great if you want to go back and review this later. It might be helpful if you're teaching somebody as well. So stay tuned. We'll do that, and then I'll jump back and you guys can check it out. Hang in there. All right, so back in studio here. Hopefully that was enough of a recap there for you. I got the cards in front of me. We'll consult them as we go for sure. Quite a few rules in there to figure out. We've been reviewing them here for the last 30 minutes or so. Um, uh, and we're almost ready to go. I am going to do the list and get into all the things. So we'll do that, and then we'll get into the turns, and then hopefully it'll be quite interesting. So let me jump over into the red player list. Real short and small list tonight. That's all Anthony's got. He's got an Iden on there, but he forgot to bring the Iden, so he's going to have a stand-in model there. I'm not sure what he went with the loadout, but he has offensive push and Overwatch. He's got the TLT repeater and the DLT 20A. Not sure what configuration he's going with. Situational awareness, and he's got Dio there. I'll have to make sure that he put that out as a reminder to himself. He's got Cad Bane with situational awareness, up close and personal, prepared supplies, electro gauntlets, and comms relay. And then he's just got 2 T21 stormtroopers for the 4 activations, pushing the 400 points. Players are talking, so I won't interrupt him right now. Jace, on the other hand, has a Wookiee chieftain with vigilance, O-push, tenacity, and targeting scopes. He's got Padme with vigilance, looted E5 blaster. He's got the phase 1s with a portable scanner, another phase 1s with an electro binocular. And then he's got 2 of the Wookiee warriors with push, targeting scopes, and tenacity. No extra body in there, so they're only 3-man Wookiee squads. So Anthony, don't forget you have Dio, I think, in your list. You had Dio in your list, ID 10. Okay. Do you have a base? Just you can grab one of the meds or whatever if you want to do that way. And then what did you go for loadout? Okay. Okay, lots of dice gun. So that is definitely the repeater. And are you going to go O-push or Overwatch? O-push. Okay, roger that. So that is the list there, which is going to be super, super fun. Scale in the scenario is good. Yes, it is. We've talked a little bit about that. X Todd says, "Good luck, Anthony." I feel like he's back in Jace, but wanted to give the token attaboys. Let's have a look at the table before we get too far into here. So again, there's the lists for tonight. I guess I can put that down there because I got lots of room. So the lists there are 6 versus 4 acts, 500 versus 400 if you're unfamiliar with that and what it all looks like. There's kind of an end on. Jace is actually, let me reverse this because Jace is actually coming from the other side in this particular view. Let's do that. Boom, there we go. So Jace is going to be going from right to left here. This will be for our command cards when we get into those. Activations, there they are, 4 versus 6. Jace is again on the right-hand side. Moving across, if you caught that in the scenario, he must deploy on the back edge with unit leaders, and that's why he's there. Anthony's got a nice 2x2 box. Looking in the overhead here, Anthony will be on the top side, Jace on the bottom. So Anthony's kind of going to be in behind those that tri-stack pipe area. He does have CAD, and the CAD tokens are out, except for Bane. So tokens are out. If I did put little circles over here, so that is a box. There's a box. Then sorry, that's a terminal, I should say. Terminal, and terminal here. Boxes are in green, so there's one here, one here, one here, kind of in a W fashion, right here, and right over here, just underneath that, in that pipe. Close side camera gives you that. So again, we'll get some close angled shots in there, but that's what we're looking at there. Far side camera is going to give you that there. Again, you got Jace moving right to left, and then we got the action cam, which will probably stay in here for most of the night until we need to get into the actual overhead shots. I think this gives you a pretty good shot there. That Tim Hortons Cup is not part of the table and not a sponsor of the show. So, yes, there you go. Yes. Several people just took a breath there as Jace placed something on the table. Yeah, exactly. What's this guy thinking? So, all right. So players are getting ready, but before we get any of that stuff out, we need the predictions in here If you're, I'm going to make it twofold. If you're going for Jace, you got to say how many turns he's going to win in. It's 6 turns total. And I guess I guess technically, Jace, do you play the 6th turn or do you check at the start of 6 here? At the end phase, at the end of round 6. Yes. So you do play 6 full turns. So if you're voting for Jace, how many turns is he going to win in? If you're voting for Anthony, you just basically got to tell us that he's going to win, because I don't think Anthony's going to table Jace. So Anthony's going to probably have to hold on for the full 6. So let me have it in chat. Who you backing tonight? Who's your horse? Are you backing the Fur Wookiees or are you backing Cad Bane? Want to know that before we get going here. So Bernard is all in on Jace the Legend. He's predicting a blowout tonight. So don't let Bernard sway you, but he is heavily backing Jace tonight. So I'm going to keep track of any donations that come in. If I miss it, make sure you guys shout out. Anthony's voting for the dice tonight. Anthony's still licking his wounds from demoralize keyword effects, as I heard. Nick reported that in our last episode. Bob Shadow's rooting for Anthony. Don't let me down, Anthony. I got you. X Todd coming in here. So X Todd is backing Anthony. So Anthony just doing a little pre-measuring here. I'll just wait for a few more votes to roll in here. I'll just cycle through the camera so you guys can get to see all the things. Rocking some Imperial terrain here tonight. Got the LEDs fired up, but don't want to forget all the other folks that make this show happen each and every week. Legion Terrain, the Terrain Studio, Deep Cut Studio. We got a Deep Cut Studio mat underneath here tonight. Love that mat. It's one of my favorites, of course. All right, we got J-Rod going for Psych Dog. Although you guys don't know, but we've changed Anthony's nickname to Francis because we're predicting a table flip tonight. So, yeah. Yes, thank you, J-Rod, for Psych Dog. I appreciate that. Underdog Anthony. Okay, got it. Jim says Jace has this in the bag, though. So confidence, Jim. I appreciate that. Okay. Oh yeah, I should point this out as well, guys. So just so you guys know, tonight I have made a new counter system here. So this will be where Anthony will put in the manifest confirmations, and this will be where Jace starts doing the defense tracker. So I will keep track of the tokens for you guys tonight on the scoreboard. And there's the deployment. So again, we spare no expense here tonight, Friday Night Fights. I was off today for a number of appointments, and so I used my in-between appointment time to spend time getting ready for you guys tonight. So I think we are ready. If you guys are ready to go, of course, we can't forget, though, we got to have, I need command cards for one thing. Oh, I have them? Okay, cool. Oh, okay, gotcha. We got a 3-pip there for CAD. And got there. But before we get into turn 1, definitely want to thank our sponsor here tonight, Deep Cut Studio Gaming Mats. We got the mat underneath the table tonight. Go check them out, Deep Cut Studios. If you guys haven't seen the mats, you guys know we really, really love them. We use them each and every week. I think you guys would be well served to have one on your own gaming table. If you're thinking about that, go give them a check for sure. All right, command cards have been dealt out. I will go show you what they've played. Jace is already opening up with some aggressive negotiations. Anthony on the other side has said something about he's making the rules now. So according to Anthony earlier, though, Jace has all the rules. So I'm not really sure that this one is doing anything. But yeah, Anthony's playing the 3-pip. We got the divulge there, and Jace is going for aggressive negotiations. So he wants to get those early speed moves here. So I'm going to go back to the action cam because I think this one will be the best one. I'll make this go a little bit smaller here because dice are irrelevant apparently in this game. So, all right. And then the boys can tell me what they have. I wanted to try something out as well. I want to hot mic the table for a second and let me know if you guys think it's too echoey or if you can hear them quite nicely with me chattering away as well. So I'm going to leave us both running here at the same time. Let me know if it's annoying, if it's good, or what your feedback on that is. So if you guys want to speak a little bit, Jason, articulate what you're doing, I want to see if the folks at home can follow along.
Yeah, like just what my deployment is, or like
just you can talk. I got you hot mic right now. So.
Okay, cool. Do you want us to start though?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Well, I speed one moved these guys because there's a terminal right there, and that looks juicy. But we will likely start by pulling, and we will pull a Wookiee.
Special Forces. All right, got a Special Forces activation here.
We'll go with
for
this
Jason,
Wookiee
one
first.
of his 2 Wookiee squads here.
Yeah, we'll go with this Wookiee first. Yep. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh, the jangly bag is a tad loud. I'll tell Jace to quit.
So I'll be
he can drop
proccing
that,
both of
I'll
these
drop the
boys.
volume
Okay,
down a
so
little
I
bit.
get a second cat.
Yeah, sure.
Cat's brother.
So that one's nothing.
That's
All
nothing.
right, so
And then
that
this
was
is the
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll your bomb.
Nothing token there.
Bomb on my Wookiees.
Oh, never mind. It was a bomb token.
Sean, should I just remove this then, or because I'm claiming this?
Oh,
So
yeah,
should-
you can go ahead and just take that off. Yeah,
Okay.
you bet. So, Jace, when you pull your token, just don't jingle the bag so loudly.
Sorry.
3.
3.
All right, so that will be 3 into the Wookiee squad there.
Hey, kill the Wookiee.
All
You
right.
bet.
As predicted, I told Anthony he would kill the Wookiee.
That's fine.
And they have 2 suppression because that's going to really mess with them.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
But that's it for them. So,
Also, now I can't check that one, right?
No,
No,
'cause I
you won't
claimed
be able to reveal that one
So
now
you
because
cannot
it's
look at
claimed.
this one,
Okay.
But you do get extra dice.
You
though,
do get
Anthony,
extra dice
because
when
it is
checking.
claimed.
or when rolling for this, for everyone that I've claimed.
Okay.
Okay, your go.
All right, guys, let me know if that guys at the table, if that's helpful for you to hear
Another
what they're saying
core.
as well.
Okay, so what's the thing I can do on the terminal with the core again? I can check a box.
Okay, so first you gotta see. Am I at range
Okay,
3
it's
of
low
you
on my
with the
audio.
Wookiees?
Okay, fair
Probably
enough.
now. Okay.
That's probably just because they're
That is
that
range
high,
3.
So what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll probably turn
So
it
you get to
down-
roll 1 white defense
down
die
a
to see
little
if
bit
you
more,
roll
and I
off
will put
flat-footed.
me up a little bit, and see if that
But you don't.
works.
So now
might
you
need
can
to
do
speak a little
anything
bit tighter into my mic too.
That is not like
But
move
like on the
standby.
terminal, what they can do something.
Oh, on the terminal you can power up. So you roll 3 white attack dice and remove markers, but I don't have any up there, so there's no point. in you
Also,
doing
they
that.
can't actually check.
No,
Oh.
only Bane and Aiden can check. Your commanders and operatives, and that's it.
Okay. Give me speed or range 2. Which one's your leader? That one?
Right, this guy right here. Oh.
All right, I'm just going to swap over here. So I'm just going to, when I'm in this particular phase here, you won't be able to hear them. So if you feel like they've cut out, that's because I've turned them off on the screen. So Anthony's going to move up. The markers on the table kind of show you the green, again, are the supplies. This one is now claimed and gone, so I'm going to get rid of that one entirely. So there's 4 unclaimed boxes still on the table. Anthony is moving up T21 Storms right now. They still have the flat-footed token here. All right, so taking a dodge there did not get rid of the flat-footed token there. How's my commentary now? Is mine back up appropriate levels for you folks? All right, Jace is going to pull here. Flashes there. You got another Special Forces token here. On to activate the second Wookiee squad. They're also in the sludge pond. All right, so moving there. All right, awesome. So he's got another box ahead of him. And again, reminder, Jace has one secret colored token that only he knows. I actually don't know them either. I randomized them, but did not look at the color. So I don't know which color Jace is looking for either. Thought it would be much better from the commentary standpoint if I wasn't able to know or influence in what I'm saying, so I can just speak freely as a viewer. So Jace is going to opt to move to another box there, and of course he gets the claimed action here, being blue player. So he gets to abscond, I believe it is the keyword there. So he's going to take that. So now he has 2 boxes. And again, both of those boxes, one of the two could be the secret color he's looking for. So he could already have secured sort of one of the ways to claim victory. But he still has to get that token in the end zone as well as turn off the turret. So there's a number of things left to do here. Anthony with the command pull here.
If they're in range 2.
All right, still unable to shake that
She's
flat-footed.
gonna do the thing where she checks a box.
Okay, so you're going to check manifest.
So Anthony going to be checking manifest here. All right, so Anthony gets to have a look at the one unclaimed, which he just did there, the middle box. And now because there's 2 claimed, he gets to roll 2 additional dice in addition to 1 white defense dice. Looking for paint here.
No, you get 1 normally, and then
1 per. Yep, there you go. Jace is explaining to him. There he does.
you get
So he does get paint. And so now we're going to bring the scoreboard up. So Anthony has now secured the first manifest token. I got him right there for you. Yeah, so he's got 1 manifest token there. So I am going to leave the scoreboard up because it's kind of in a nondescript area, and I think this screen will be really great to keep track of most of what's happening here. So all right, looks like Aiden's going to she was on the terminal, so just going to take an aim dodge there. So again, retaining that flat-footed token. So all right. Yep. Great. I can also just rotate the screen for you guys too, right from this particular one. So I might actually just flop back and forth. If this works for you guys, just let me know. I can stay on this screen and pretty much cover most of the angles and get it all done for you. So, all right, that is a chieftain there. Just double moving up there, and he's got agile, so he is going to retain the 2 dodges. Let us know if you guys appreciate all the looks and the work and the fight coverage. We appreciate hearing if you guys appreciate what we're doing here.
Sorry, I'm at 3, and I've got 1 at 2, so you'll get 2 white dice.
So he's going to be rolling here for the flat-footed. So he's got the ability to still cannot get it off. He had 1 at range 1, 1 at range 3, 1 at range 2 there, but still unable to get the flat-footed off. Not the end of the world here. For Anthony, it's the end of the world, but so I'll just give you this is my side shot of the table going down there. So on this particular angle here, maybe I'll swap that for you guys. This will have Jace going the wrong way for you guys, but I'll put Jace on the right. There we go. So Anthony going left to right here. I got the Wookiees leading the way here. Anthony's got a few definitely one of my favorite tables. Really like playing on this one. I love playing skirmish on this. Although I haven't played skirmish on it too much, I think other people have played on this table far more than I have. So if you guys are interested, Cad Bane is right there by those grates in the ground. He's hanging out there close to the Wookiees. Table flip's always an option, Anthony. Jay's going completely hardcore and has the silhouette out already.
I just had to check for if I'm scaling versus just slower movement.
I think you can just move up that one.
Just move over.
Yeah.
From here, I have to scale up.
Yeah.
From here to there, I can just
yeah.
go.
You should. All right. Anthony says he's forcing choices here. So. All right. So Anthony taking up some position here in the lower lower side of your screen here. He's real close to that box. That box is they got tokens underneath them, so I kind of informed him about that, Anthony. I said those computer terminals I think are key. So that was a core activation here. I'm not sure if this is electro or portable, but
Oh yeah, I never actually specified.
okay.
So I should. Okay, I'll just do a 50-50 roll.
Okay.
Because I should have picked before. On a block, this is electro. Anything else is portable. So this is the electro
Okay,
binocular.
so electro binocular there on the
I
close
actually
side.
completely forgot I had
Yeah.
upgrades on them.
Portable scanner on the top side. So
Electro's not going to do much from this turn.
Jason's really working hard to get his guys up the table. Wants to get to those boxes. As I said, we do not know which color Jace has. Nobody here does except for Jace. And so whether he's pulled the box already that's the correct color or not, I have no idea.
Oh, he gets it. Oh my god. You got it off.
All
I was
right.
waiting for you to not get it off and just
So
start
CAD
slamming.
does get off the flat-footed using the Lookout Range 1 red defense dice roll there. All right, he's going to do the 2 free actions on the terminal here. He's going to go for the look-see-loo. He's already seen the one on the ramp, so he's going to go to the one here on the far left side. He gets to look at that. He does not show Jace what that is. I do also not know what the tokens are, so that's good. Replacing that. There we go. And then he's going to do his what's known as the check manifest. So he's going to go ahead and roll. There's now 2. Yep, it's a nothing. He does not get the check there. Anthony, off that lookout, you remove that flat of foot. Alert gets to trigger as well, and that's when another friendly unit at range 1. You don't have those storms aren't at range 1. Oh, okay, gotcha. So there is nobody at range 1 there. Yep. So too far away. So no alert triggered there. Yep, fair enough. Yep.
Hey, have you heard him with those breathing tubes? He's a little quiet.
Yeah, true. He's got smoker's lungs there, so yeah, he's got his trach holes aren't dishing out a lot of carry there. So I didn't put the guys on the timer. I'm not worried about a timer tonight. So. All right, so he's going to aim and jump up. There he goes. All right, so he's got the shot coming down here. He does have lots of gear on him. He does have up close and personal, so it's going to give him a dodge token, I believe, off this. Does get 2. Takes 2. Gets a dodge for up close. Also has prepared supplies. He has ascension cables as well as the gauntlets is here. So CAD up top, ready to rain down. You can scale it, yes. Yep. Scale or clamber. Yep. Oh. And table flip.
Okay, I'll go with Padme first.
All right, there we go. Awesome. Jace going with operatives. Remember, operatives for Anthony are critical because he can only do the check manifest with his commanders or operatives.
I get the free action roll. Padme has the slicer tools.
She does have the slicer tools.
Because we both get 3 dice. Oh, but she gets to use reds. Yeah, so I get blacks, you get whites, Padme gets red. Oh, look, I got a hit. So I've got 1.
The slicer tool gives her the red, Anthony. That's
I'm just going to put this there so that I can remember. And then slicer tool also lets me look at a face down cargo token at range 2 and line of sight.
Yep. So figuring out range 2. Can you do range 2 band for us, Jace, just so we can kind of see, get a rough measurement here for us to. Okay, there we go. Cool. There's Padme. Yeah. Okay. So Padme in behind that little cargo trawler. He's going to check the same one Anthony's also checked, so that will not be hidden information to either one of them. Anthony and Jace did create their own squads. Yeah.
Yeah, so we did do that. Okay, cool. So that's it for Padme. Not knowing the rules.
Yeah. So they initially said, "Oh, Jace said I should make them," and I said, "I am not listening to you guys for 2 hours complain about lists."
So then Anthony made his own complaint.
So Anthony made his own to complain about tonight.
And then they will double move and they will hit the terminal.
All right, double moving to the terminal.
They did not get a hit.
They do not get a hit, and so looking at the terminal card, Jace has to add one to the leftmost icon first, and it's a hit that he needs. And so Jace will not get a token on the defense turret. Jace needs to get 5 on the defense turret tokens. Anthony needs to deny him to 5. Once it reaches 5, Anthony is no longer able to remove defense turret tokens. And that is the second of the sort of objectives that Jace needs as a victory condition. So Jace is looking to put all 5 on the defense turret. He's looking to find the corresponding cargo token, and he needs to move that into Anthony's deployment zone. Players are sweeping tokens, so they're going to get ready for round 2. I'm going to bring you guys back in the booth because I want to do a little bit of chatter in between each round. So there you have it. We're going into round 2. Anthony currently has 1 manifest confirmation complete. Jace has no defense turrets up. Anthony's down, I think, 5 wounds total on the Wookiees. Jace is down 5 wounds total. I think Anthony's sitting pretty good. Anthony has about half as many wounds as Jace in the game, so still quite a considerable amount to overcome there. But seems to be exciting. Let us know what you guys think about turn 1 thus far. I agree, Anthony. Those terminals are very, very critical. So Jace is bringing a lot of weight to bear here. So obviously he had to move quite a bit of his troops up to kind of get in there. Anthony was able to front a little bit and be able to interact a little bit more. But the pressure's there. So we'll see what happens as we move through and into the second turn of the game here. Anthony's given me his command card. Jace is still thinking about his. So once we have that, we'll get into that. Let us know if you guys have not got a prediction, and there is 16 folks hanging out with us tonight. Let us know who you think has got this one in the bag here. So, or maybe it's too close to call. I'm not sure. All right, before we get into turn 2, let's give a shout to a couple of our sponsors. Gamers Grass for sure, supporting the Terrain Studio. Give us a ton of stuff. We have a bunch of stuff for the giveaways for Christmas as well. Things that they send me here in studio, I will then turn around and flip them out to you guys as well. I think we're going to do one dynamic exit giveaway tonight as well, so you'll get yourself a copy of the 4 cards that go with the scenario, as well as the tokens and a copy of the slicer tool. We'll have that for you. If you guys want to stick around, we'll do that at the end. So you must be present to win. Other than that, no hoops to jump through at all. We also want to thank LegionTerrain.com for the donations here in studio. We feature their terrain mostly every week, or each and every week, or alternating with a few other companies. But nonetheless, you don't have to wait for us to show it. Go check out the website, LegionTerrain.com. Get both pre-paints and unpainted for your own tables, and I don't think you'll be disappointed there as well. So, all right, let's slide over to the table. Command cards are ready. Jace has played, as I like to just call, I call this card groovy, just because it's got, kind of sounds like a little groovy. I feel like he's doing a disco move there. So Anthony on the other side has played I'm Your Worst Nightmare. So we're tied off here for the 1 pips and are going to need a roll off here. So we'll see who wins the roll off. I believe Anthony will be rolling here as red player. 1 pip versus 1 pip. Anthony gets to go second. I'm not sure if he loves that, but that is what he is going to be doing. So we'll jump back over to the action cam here. Turn 2, like I said. We got independent dodges going down on CAD. And we have tokens going out here for Jace via the command card. Uncanny Luck for CAD. Gauntlet's still on board. This is going to be Cad's going to need to do a bunch of work here, but he's had to vacate the terminal because he's got Wookiees pouring down on him. So Jace doing some measuring here, trying to figure out what he wants to do first. Jace is coming from the top down here, making his way into Anthony's deployment zone. So I'm going to keep the scoreboard up for now until it becomes a pain, but I wanted you guys to keep track of the counters because those are quite important for us to know. So, all right, Anthony's going to dish off. Looks like he went for a.
So he gets 2 extra white dice for uncanny luck, right?
Jace, what did you do with your roll or with your first act?
First act.
Yeah.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh.
I just issued it to these.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
And then they go to dodge, aim, and to surge.
All right. And Anthony, you played that you comms relayed off?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I was wondering where that I thought I missed an act though. That was a comms relay. Okay, that's why. Okay, yep. Thought we missed an activation there, but that was just a comms relay off CAD onto the still flat-footed stormtroopers there underneath the gangway. So, all right, over to Jace first.
Right?
Choices to be had.
But just Cad can escape out pretty well is the problem.
Players to decide what is up next. Jace just trying to figure out if he's gonna go boxes, if he's gonna go pressure on CAD. CAD is near that terminal, so if he gets left alone and can interact with the terminal, it's going to be interesting. Remember, Anthony has looked at 2 boxes via his reveals using the check manifest. So he knows 2 of the colors, and there's only 3 colors out there now. Granted, he may have actually looked at 2 of the same because that might not correspond with what's in Jace's hand. Jace also has currently 2 boxes claimed. So Jace may actually have that, and unbeknownst to Anthony, may actually have the color that he actually needed to. But nonetheless, he looks like he's going to go to the terminal. He's going to be... Okay, so he is going to add the first defense turret token there. So he's using the terminals to interact there. Then he's going to do a move and a scale in the CAD. So no tenacity triggered on this squad. I don't... Oh, yeah, sorry, they do. That's their wounds token. Okay, so 2 wound tokens there. So swinging into CAD. CAD does have uncanny luck this round, as well as 2 dodges on board. So unlikely for a CAD to die here. And CAD can hit back pretty hard with gauntlets here and could immobilize these guys up top, which means they would not be able to interact the following turn.
I'm not going to tap scopes.
Okay, so no push. No push, you mean?
Sorry.
Yeah, gotcha. No he will use scopes. No push. That's a big rollout, though. Very big.
Still doesn't get it.
So he has 6. Down to 4. Yeah, so uncanny luck here, but there is no additional benefits. CAD blocks 1. CAD gets 2. Yep. All right, so CAD does take 3. CAD is half dead, but no other ability to base CAD this round. So Anthony has options and likely has the ability to delay with CAD here now. There is only 1 more wound on a Wookiee there, so Anthony very likely to get another Wookiee off the table, which minimizes the swings back. CAD can also immobilize and likely jump down and interact with the terminal twice here as well as a possible option, but unfortunately he does not have the activations to delay to go basically a last first here. So we'll have to maybe hold and leave Jace at the whim of the bag here. Unfortunately, Anthony pulls CAD immediately, and so we'll have to make decisions here. All right, so gauntlets first into the Wookiees. Very predictable here. I think a great move. Does hit for 4. He could actually take out... Okay. Will lose a Wookiee. Transfers a wound. Did have a dodge token, I believe, there to spend. That's how come he only rolled 3, just in case you're wondering at home. So now they will take 2 immobilized tokens as well. I believe Anthony can also. Sorry, what am I looking at?
The Electro Gauntlets. Do they
Okay,
give
just 1 second. I'll just confirm here for you.
2 suppression as well? I think you're right. So I'll put it there. I'm just not fully sure.
I will just look it up real quick. I believe you're correct, but I can just grab it on my phone. Super fast. There we go. It'll be 3 mobilized tokens actually, and it's suppressive, so it'll just be a single.
Single suppression.
Yes, correct.
Single
Yep.
suppression. I mean, I'll just put 2 out because if there's 2 or more, I can't move.
Yeah. So Anthony will give them 3. Reminder that he did play I'm Your Worst Nightmare, so Cad Bane gains Uncanny Luck, and he can perform up to 2 attack actions. So Cad can actually swing into these guys again if he so chooses.
This is what I expected Cat to be doing.
So Cad is going to jump out of combat there. And he does have steady, so he can trigger that. Wookiees will have light cover. Yeah, I'm just saying, but he will negate it with sharpshooter. But they do actually have the cover. No dodge token, but they do have a surge to activate here. They will have a surge here. Does have a pierce, does 2. Does pierce. Pierces the last one and drops it to a single Wookiee that is now immobilized. So basically, Jace chose to sacrifice the better part of a Wookiee squad there to get Cad to half. But he did actually pressure him back off the terminal, which I think is a play there, because otherwise Anthony could have jumped down and, like I said, interacted with the terminal twice. Anthony's going to want to get to find that information, that hidden information, especially if that corresponds to one of the tokens that he has got a chance to reveal. So we have a commander activation here. This is Chieftain. Chieftain is going to look like he's going to try to make some serious moves, maybe into the Stormtroopers, maybe to pressure Cad as a follow-up. So no range currently to get to Cad Bane. Appreciate those thumbs up. Thank you very much. Keep them coming if you are enjoying any of the content, the game, or just seeing something different here.
What I'm thinking is moving here, scaling.
Yeah, there is. Hello, Andrew. There is no med packs in there. I was suggesting earlier that medics might have been a nice choice for Anthony as opposed to the T21s even. I think bodies and activations are critical in here. So.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. So we will move to here, scale up.
All right, so move, scale. Looks like he is going to interact with the terminal here. So this will be a shutdown action here. Does get the second one as well. It is hit. Is it hit, I think, right?
Yeah. So that was the 3rd hit.
Oh, that was 3?
Yes.
Oh, I only had 2 for you.
I hit it 4 times.
Oh, okay.
So
must have missed somewhere along. Oh, Padme.
Got it. Sorry, Padme.
Okay.
A clone trooper unit hit it that turn, missed with a surge crit blank. These Wookiees, Sean, this is the one you probably missed. These Wookiees, when they went up, because they scaled,
oh,
moved, free action hit it.
Oh, yeah, I didn't see the free action hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then move, scaled up.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see the free action from the Wookiees, so.
And now that I'm there with a second dodge because of agile, I will take.
All right, so Anthony has to basically. The half range ruler is only used for the setup. I don't see anything else that you would use it for. It's just used in the setup portion of it. All right, so Jace has 3 of the defense turrets pulled there. I've got a core activation here for Anthony. Anthony is only able to do check manifest with Iden or Cad Bane. So he is going to he'll obviously have Ida next turn, so he'll want to check and get that off. Flat-footed still on the Stormtroopers here, who seemingly cannot.
This Wookiee's almost dead, and this one's. You've killed half the Wookiees already, and it's turn 2. What are you complaining about?
Everything. That's Anthony. Yeah, the flat-footed is really costing him here. So, was there no units at range 2 for that?
There was. He rolled 4 dice.
Oh,
So yeah, Sean, he's got the chieftain at 3 for
Yeah.
the normal one.
Yeah.
Then he's got Wookiees, Padme, and
Yeah,
clones
okay.
at 2 for
Oh,
3
all I can say is get good, I guess.
Good.
Yep, get good. All right, so Anthony's stuck flat-footed here. Really, what that means, if you're just trying to figure out what the problem is no, they can do things, but they can't do the things Anthony wants to. Well, when you're flat-footed, you cannot attack. You cannot gain standby tokens. You cannot use arm, detonate, or fire support. But to get rid of flat-footed, you have the dice rolling potential, but if you also suffer a wound, gain a suppression, or you are engaged, you will lose the flat-footed token. So it's just the circumstances here that Anthony is just unable to. What are you doing there?
He's moving back, and then he's going to power up.
Yes, he can. Yeah, you can alert or power up. Yep. So he's going to attempt to power up here. He's going to roll 3 white attack dice, and for each result, he's going to potentially try to remove. He does. So he actually will remove one of the tokens from the defense turret. That'll be token 3. He's going the other way. And so now Jace has dropped down to 2.
You do have another action if you want to grab a token of some sort.
So he just moved back. That's a free action. All the actions in the game, alert, power up, check manifest, shut down, and abscond, are all free actions. So players get quite a bit of stuff to do in the game here. Core activation here for Jace. He's likely to do similar at the terminal. Jace rolls black dice for his terminal. He does not. He needs to have a hit there because there's this particular sequence of hit, 3 hits, and then it's surge or crit. And Jace does need to go from left to right on the chart here. So unfortunate for Jace not getting the hit on there. The one time he did not want to see a crit. So. All right, so we do have a dodge. Jace has to stay on those terminals, and that's kind of a hold up in this particular mission where, but the intel that we might have is Jace may, because he's not pressuring for the boxes, he may have the box. We don't know. He could also be goading Anthony a little bit, maybe playing a little bit of coy. He may know the last location is the location he needs to get to. So there's a number of hidden pieces of information here. Anthony's going to try to work himself into getting that intel. So Iden remains flat-footed. She is going to do probably 2 actions here. Yeah, there is a lot of rules, Todd. I'm hoping that I'm giving you some of them. Like I said, that little video at the start was probably a nice thing to kind of refresh yourself, go through.
There's 5 on the table and 1 here. 2 of 3 different colors.
3 different colors, yes.
Sets of 2. Remember, I've claimed 2 of them, so you don't know what these are because you didn't get to look at them before I grabbed them.
They could have been the same color as well, though.
Yes, they could.
Yep. So.
Now you gotta roll 3 white to see if you power up the manifest confirmation.
All right, so he is going to try to power up. He does not. The power up the manifest here. What that would allow Anthony to do is to reveal the token that Jace has secretly in his possession. That token corresponds with what Jace needs to do in terms of finding the box with that color. There's 3 of those and 5 defense turret tokens. So Anthony is not quite there. He's got 2 more to go. But he's basically racing to get those tokens up and racing Jace in terms of getting the defense tokens, defense turrets down. So there's about 4 games within a game here, in addition to the Legion game that is also partaking at the same time. So very, very interesting. I could totally splice out that video as a separate upload for you, Andrew, because you asked on behalf of the Friday Night Fights fans. Totally made that video today. And like I said, that was 1 hour worth of time of making a video that was particularly not useful for anything, but figured you guys might find some value in it. So again, doing that for the folks at home.
But he doesn't count for shooting line of sight. But I can charge him because he's still a mini. I can make base contact with. Okay, staying upside 2 still. Yep, he should be good there.
All right, so just measuring here to get outside of charge range. The Wookiees move quite nicely over the entire table. I'll give you guys a couple of different angles here. I realized I was stuck on there. Yeah, you're good, Jace. I did pull the Wookiee. So that'll be the Wookiee at the bottom there. Does not get off the suppression token, so he does get 2 actions there, being indomitable. The red did not help, but being encouraged 2 sure does. Looks like he's going to move to the terminal there. He does not get a hit and therefore does not add the 3rd defense turret. Jace looking for the hit there. Getting everything but. So be stuck at the terminal again. Obviously, that's running Windows 95 and has failed to update to run anything newer. So having difficulty there operating that. So should have got a Mac, I guess. Would have been fine.
I'll just stay there. I'll dodge.
All right, so Jace is held up there. So
Just dodging.
all right, hanging out. I believe Anthony is out of tokens. We got left? Oh, he's got a Stormtrooper. Sorry, he's got 1 left. My bad. All right, so he's got lots of dice here. So 3 white. Cad would, yeah. Well, Cad can do the alert. Yes, he could have done the alert. Yes,
He should have done that. So
he would have. I think you said he was out of range before anyway. So yeah. So failed to be able to do that. It is a free action, but it's doesn't say that you have to do it. It just says. Yeah, and I think you can do it. I don't think you have to do it at the start either. He does get it off, so it doesn't matter. So that comes off. Hey, Striker, welcome. All right, so has the option to shoot up at the Wookiee. Chieftain's at the terminal right now. He definitely has range to either one of them. Give you a little shot here what's going on down here. So again, this is the Stormtroopers right underneath Cad Bane.
Sean, so does the game end at the end of 6 or at I get all of my objectives?
No, so good question. So Jace is asking about victory conditions. So it's at the start of the end phase if the defense turrets are disabled and the blue player may reveal the claimed. So it's at the end of any end phase. Yes.
So I can win earlier than 6.
Correct. As I read it, yes. Yes. All right, so Anthony is not flat-footed, so has the ability to have the full range of actions here. He does have a T-21 in this unit as well. Folks following along at home. Anthony just trying to measure out what the best options here are. Folks at home are kind of wondering what it is that what are you stealing, Jace? Space cookies, spice, credits?
Bro, the cookies, of course.
Okay, he's stealing space cookies.
We're here for the food.
All right. So we're going for space cookies. I am gonna let the winner of tonight's show pick the winner of the dynamic exit prize. All right, so he is gonna move, opting to shoot the chieftain here. I think he's just playing that the mobilized token is going to be more effective in keeping the Wookiees at bay here. Appreciate that thumbs up. Thank you very much. Wow, Anthony hitting hard here. Does have critical on this weapon. What is happening right now? Is that 7 crits? That is 7 crits. Yeah. Takes 5. Wow. Wow. Anthony was, I will point out, Anthony OS Dad said he was rooting for the dice. He was rooting hard for the dice right there. Yeah. And chat goes wild. Yep.
You're out now, though, hey? Okay, so
Yeah.
my pull is 4.
All right, so Anthony is out, going for the core here.
And you were complain you got all the disadvantages. See, that's why you just get to aim shoot. I've got to do all the work.
All right, so now the complaining's really kicking into high gear. This is the part when I start thoroughly enjoying my evening. So it looks like a double move onto the terminal here.
And then terminal.
Okay, gets that off. So that will be the defense turret going to 3.
Back up to 3.
All right, yeah, back up to 3. That's correct. Yeah.
The last one is Padme. Padme will.
All right, Padme is going to use slicer tools.
Got it on a surge.
Does get it on a surge. Defense turret goes to 4. Only one more away from finishing here. Jace looking at that one, activating the slicer tool keyword there. Anthony, can I have your copy of slicer tools just so I can read that card to folks? So there is an upgrade that will come, and the winner tonight will also get a copy of this. Slicer tool says that while using the shutdown, it's an action keyword, roll red dice instead of black on the attack dice, and then you also gain free action secretly look at 1 face down precious cargo token at range 2 and in line of sight. So that's where Jace gets to do the reveal there. As well, and I think that is one of 2 remaining unclaimed actually, no, I guess there's 3 unclaimed cargo tokens at this point still.
It just matters who I want to vigilance on, right? Because if I can dodge with her and then keep it on her instead of like Wookiees or clones. So there's 2 of each color.
There's 2 of each color, but only 5 would be out.
Padme
So
will dodge and then she'll vigilance herself.
all right, and that'll conclude you, Jace.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump back in the booth. Let me update this to go to turn 3 first. Give you guys a little brief recap here. The defense turret is at 4. There's 5. Jace needs a surge or a crit to finish that off. Anthony has yet to reveal what Jace has in his hand on the manifest confirmation. He has 2 yet to go there. We have Wookiee Chieftain with 2 remaining wounds. We have a Wookiee that is down to 1. We have another Wookiee unit that's down to 2. Cad has taken 3 wounds, and that is it on the Empire side. Jace has 2 boxes in his possession, 3 left to claim, and Jace is currently sitting on 2 terminals, and Anthony is on 1. I'm going to jump back in the booth. There we are. Perfect. Let us know if you guys are enjoying this one here. Let us know if you're in chat, if you're just joining us. Of course, we'll give a quick shouts to all of our helpers that have made this happen for us, as well as our Patreon. So like I said, I was going to give a little chat out about Patreon. I was working a little bit on the Lord of the Rings project today. I put up a little bit of a preview, sort of a summary video of what it is I'm going to be working on the next little bit. You guys can go check that out on the Patreon as well. As soon as we get the samples in studio, we'll let you guys know how to acquire our studio tokens via the Patreon. They'll only be a Patreon perk. They will not be a for sale item. It helps us out. We want to have reoccurring donators and backers so that we can keep the show going on. It's not about making profit. It's about having longevity so that we can do the shows weekly for you guys. Don't forget about our podcast that we run on Tuesdays as well. Here's the social medias. You guys can find us on all those great platforms and locations. Of course, we'll get some great photos up for this show tonight. I have the 2 tokens, or 2 command cards, so we're ready. Before we get into turn 3, let's just thank some of our helpers. Want to, of course, thank Michael from tellmetheodds.net, the Wizard. You guys have to put Wizard in chat so that I can show him all the calls to get him back on the show. Michael's a busy guy, but he does like helping us out. Of course, we had that great weekend session a few months back when Michael was up in the summer. That was fantastic. We're going to look to replicate that and maybe branch out and have even more Friday night fights and Terrain Studio folks up here in Canada. We're thinking about running a little bit of a weekend event. It will be basically like a weekend get together, nothing huge, but just a chance to get together. So Michael's really inspired me to be thinking about that, and I want to thank him for the tool that he's made. I can tell you right now what Anthony rolled, totally average. Don't even bother going to the tool. 7 crits, always what T21 Storms roll. So all right, let's get into the action here. Boom, there we are. We're on turn 3. Players have given me the command cards. I will go to the command card screen, put that up right now. Jace has said, our fate is in your hands, and Anthony has said that he is going to play Oh, I think I forget what Anthony gave me. Anthony, what did you play there?
Yeah, that one's going to be on top.
I think Anthony maybe played I'm in control. Yeah, he did play I'm in control. All right, so CAD and one unit at the start of CAD Bane's activation, he can transfer the suppression tokens, any number, to trooper units, and he can do that both at the end and start of it. And then each enemy unit that gains at least one suppression also gains an immobilized token. So Anthony looking to just stall out any units that are close to him. Padme playing Our Fate is in Your Hands. Padme gains Danger Sense 2, and at the start of the activation phase, Padme can transfer any number of suppression tokens from her units to herself, and when she does that, she gains the dodge tokens, which is fantastic for when she's using her I Share All the Token ability that she has, and she also can gain up to 2 dodge tokens on that. So let me just that's exemplar, by the way, the keyword. So let me go throw these ones into the bin where we say small version, and Anthony's, or there we go, Jace is done. Perfect. There we go. Let me turn off Anthony's. No, that's not the one I'm looking to turn off. That one I'm looking to turn off. All right, we'll jump into the action. I think Anthony had lost priority here to Jace, so Jace is going to go first. Oh, lots of calls for the wizard here. Fantastic. Appreciate that, guys. Make sure Michael sees all that. All right, so Jace is going. Ooh, needs to get the surge and the crit there. Before he was looking for hits. This time triple hits. No dice. Does not get the defense turret. Once he gets this turned off, and he's actually adding tokens to turn it off, it is off, and Anthony has no ability to interact with that, which means Jace would fulfill at least one requirement for a win condition here. Looks like he has opted to move the Chieftain double move here into CAD. CAD is independent here, so does have the dodge tokens. He's going to eat the big Obi-Wan dice pool plus 1 for tenacity. He's got the re-rolls there, so it's going to be 6. He does have the double dodge there. He's got 4. Oh, prepared supplies. Okay, fair enough. He's going to use prepared supplies, so it is down to 3. So CAD does need to make a save here, or CAD will be going in the bin. Hey Todd, man, if you want to come up, we'll talk about it. You can make your way to the studio, play all the games. All right. Oh no. Okay, not necessarily a game over, but that's because it is mid game. But Chieftain's still far away from maybe where he needs to be right now. So that was an unfortunate swing back. But Anthony's got dice, and he's got a ability to pick up some activations still here. So. All right, so that's an unfortunate swing. Let's see how Anthony can respond back here. He still can, like I said, you can just keep turning the turret off with Iden. So yeah, but he has to fulfill all the conditions. So Iden's the only one who's going to allow him to do the manifest confirmation, but all of his units can turn off the turret. So Anthony needs to roll. He gets the flat-footed off. So Anthony now needs to remove.
That's it. No, Iden still has it. That's the only one who still got it.
Yeah. So he has to, I guess in this case, has to roll surges, Jace, surge or crits, for Anthony to go back the other way. He does. So he will remove the defense turret. There we go. Awesome. That's good for Anthony. So it doesn't matter how many activations he has on the table. If Jace does not turn the defense turrets off, he cannot win the game. So there's a lot for Jace to do, and Anthony needs to stay solely focused on 1 or 2 aspects of it. So no easy route for either player here to victory. So yep. A lot of people calling for the 7 crit easy game hashtag here. So yeah, I mean, it's not often you pull out the 7 crit shot, but when you do, you hope it's in volume. So they could probably alert Iden. Yes, they could. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to do that right now.
Yes. I believe it's on a white. But let me check before you roll.
It's on
No, it is a
it's
red.
a red defense dice. Red defense dice. And Iden. Just kidding, Iden. Yep. Let me grab a little view panel here. You can see what's kind of going on. Chieftain's up top there. Bernard, I would like to see you please complaining that Jace has an unpainted chieftain. That would be real good. Yeah, that's fair, Todd. Yeah, I should advise Anthony. Todd suggesting that instead of red, even though you could, you probably should have rolled a white there. Would have been probably better odds for you. All right, so Anthony is moving up and gonna shoot the chieftain here with all the white dice. I seen a crit, so that will force the chieftain. Chieftain's on a single wound. He still has options. So Anthony could trade the chieftain for Cad this turn. And the Wookiee is still immobilized. Believe it has 3 immobilized tokens, but it's irrelevant because he only has speed 2. All right, so we're going to put the defense turret back up to 4 because Jace did roll a surge or crit. See, he's going to probably try to tie up. Oh, no, he's going to go to the box. He's going to free pick up that. Okay. And he's going to move in to engage that unit to prevent the shot, at least, to the chieftain this particular round. So we'll have a melee that's going to go there. So Jace, Anthony can actually still swing at that squad, though, as an option. He can also withdraw, although at this point he's probably looking to kill some units. All right, so Anthony's up now. He has... all right, so he's going to aim punch the unit that is engaged with the 4-man clones. Does hit them for 4, converts it to 5. All right, Jace needs to make saves here. Does lose 2, so half power down there. They do have a box, and if that is the corresponding box and needs to get in, that could be limiting. But Jace did engage there, so perhaps that is not the color he's looking for. So Anthony still has options to do manifest confirmation with Iden, so he could get closer to revealing that token. Jace failing to complete the defense turret roll there by rolling another 3 hits. No surge, no critical there. So still 2 actions. Players seem to only care about the freebie actions here. So Wookiee doing a scale and a move down the trawler there. See the Wookiee is right there in the middle. Just see the head poking through. Should be moving up the ramp or somewhere thereabouts here in a second. Oh, no, Jace opting to go back a little bit with that. So can maybe cut from this angle here. All kinds of action. Hard to keep track of it all. Small table, busy. All right, so opting to go somewhat back up to where he was. All right, going the full distance. Right underneath the scoreboard there. I'll turn that off for 1 second. There you go. All right.
No, sir.
Oh, my goodness. Flat-footed Iden.
So glad I did not engage her. Dude, this is fun. This is what Legion's about. Having fun. All right? You don't need to roll 7 crits into me every time.
Or 1 block. Or 1 block. So Anthony will remain flat-footed here. So it doesn't really limit Iden in terms of the interactions with the keywords, but it does take the ability for Iden to do any damage, which is what Anthony's looking to do here.
she engage when she is flat-footed, Sean?
You yes, you can.
Start of your activation, so you can't get rid of it till the start of
It
your
begins as activation engaged. You would get rid of the flat-footed then the following round.
Yeah, if I engage you. So your next turn, as long as I don't withdraw before you get it, you get rid of it. But you don't get to attack right now.
Doing the boring game of back up and touch the terminal and do that.
I'm- I have some questions about I was just gonna say I have some questions about the lookout. So when a controlled unit by a red player has flat-footed,
So you get 3 white attack. The white attacker for the bottom piece, I believe, right?
so does he only get the 1 red for flat-footed? Because he also has enemies at
Yeah.
range 2 though as well, right?
Yeah, it just says the 1 red.
Well, it says that if there's
It
an
says
enemy,
or 1 red dice instead if that unit's at range 1.
yeah, it says if there's enemy units at range 3, roll a white dice. For each enemy unit at range 2 and inline sight, roll 1 additional white dice.
Or roll 1
Or-
red dice if they're at range 1.
Yeah, so would he still not get does the range 3 trigger not happen?
Maybe. The way I read it with the or is that you just get the red if you're at range 1.
Yeah,
Because I would either get like 4 white or 1 red.
because it says if there's an enemy unit at range 3, roll 1 defense dice.
Yeah.
Then it says for each enemy unit at range 2 and in line of sight, roll 1 additional white defense dice, or
But then the
1.
or separates that whole beginning sentence from the red.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
Just because
necessarily.
of that or.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if that's accurate, but
I'm just going by what the sheet said.
yeah,
And 3.
this is the official card. That's
Right.
unofficial, but yeah.
Yeah, but we've been playing with all the changes on this.
Well, I think that's just written differently than this, but fair. We can look it up. Just some confusion whether you suddenly lose the ability to roll for units at range 3 and 2 just because you have 1 unit at range 1. So the odds would indicate that a range 2 is actually better and worse at range 1 if you do not get the white defense dice. So, sorry, what just happened there?
He failed to bring back the defense turret.
But he had a
He got a
manifest token. Okay, good. There
He
you go.
actually should have rolled 1 more because I claimed the 4th one, but you can only get 1 up either.
Yeah.
And you're out.
We'll just get a ruling on that, whether that's.
Padme?
I think the syntax of that would indicate you should, but
Move that.
this is the scenarios. They don't follow Legion rules, so they're interesting. No 5th defense token there, so remains still on. So Anthony still has options to do something there. There's no tokens left for Anthony here.
Rally.
Does rally off that,
Will
but is stuck there.
dodge.
Has no ability to shoot the troopers below because they're engaged. Can do a range 3 shot. Actually, I'm not sure. Never mind. He's got no range 3 because they're not shooty wooks, so nothing that Wookiee could do.
Range 2 even with shooty
Yeah, they would be range 2. That's right.
Yeah, which I've got this guy, but I'm engaged with you,
So
so I can't.
no shooty for that. We'll remove the immobilized tokens.
Yes, those do.
Perfect. Any activations left?
Yes, I got 1.
One in the stormtroopers by the trawler there.
I got the core over here.
Yeah.
Clones.
Stormtrooper, I meant clones.
Got it.
There you go.
There's the
So the
fifth.
defense turret is
So now I
off
knock it down.
and
So
cannot
only
be
2.
knocked off. So Anthony's only option now is to find the box that he needs to prevent from getting in. And based on where Jace is, I would guess that he has the box. But who has the box?
Okay, and that's it.
Jace, can you point out who currently is holding boxes?
This Wookiee is holding a box.
Yes?
These clones are holding a box.
Yep, and that's it.
And these Wookiees over here are also holding a box.
Oh, also holding a
There's
box.
a box left right here.
Okay, and the box right there.
And
By
a
the
box
light.
right down here.
Okay, what about the box by the
This, sorry, I took
oh,
that one.
oh,
This,
okay.
didn't take the-
That's confusing.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
thank you.
Sorry, that was my bad.
No worries.
Chieftain will vigilance.
All right, I'm going to just move this to change this to 4. So moving through rather quickly, which is nice. So there's 3 boxes currently being held. They have to be in the end zone. I'll just jump back in the booth here for a second. So the victory conditions must be the turret's turned off. That's happening right now. So the turret is turned off. And then Jace has to have the box in the deployment zone by the end phase. And so he has basically turn 4, 5, and 6 to do that. And Anthony needs to prevent boxes. So we'll see what happens in turn 4. Before we get there, though, let's give a shout out to Brian from Phoenix Games Australia, helping us out with both prizes and casting. Also looking after some of our social medias, so go check them out, Phoenix Games Australia, if you're looking for things. Sometimes the Australians get stuff before all of us, so Brian will ship worldwide. He has a great store and is a big proponent of running the games down in Australia and is involved in the Oceanic League. They have done several video coverage events as well, so go check them out and give them the shouts. They would probably appreciate that. So, all right, let's get to the command cards, which I have. Jace is playing this one, his 2-pip, and Anthony is playing the Pulse Scan. So Aiden's going to gain Sharpshooter 2, an aim token, and at the end of her activation, she's going to get a dodge and a standby. She is going to lose her flat-footed here, one way or the other, and so that will be great for Anthony. Jace is going to issue off to 2 troopers, and those units are going to gain agile. You will lose it one way or the other because you're literally going to get rid of it. Are you not? Did you not engage there? Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you engaged. Well, you might not lose it then.
But I mean, he's also got alert on his guys right there.
Yes, he could.
Try to throw it, and then she
Yeah.
try to do it.
I thought you said you engaged there, so my bad. So,
He backed up because he didn't realize he lost.
you changed your mind on it. Okay, understood. All right, so Anthony was engaging, but then chose to. I think probably the engage might have been a better choice there, but he will. Yeah, because he actually cannot get the standby token here if he does not get this off.
So I will take my 50-50 chance of seeing Wookiees standing right in front of me. Oh, all right.
Because he cannot gain a standby token for not getting rid of that.
Yeah, so you can't take a standby action or gain the standby.
You cannot gain standby tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, token.
Engage the Wookiees. Has to see if those Wookiees might be box carriers, might not be box carriers.
Yeah, so you need the 4 white defense to see if you can mimic the single token. One more, because I've picked up another box. You do.
So it gets the manifest token.
Yeah. So that's 3. So he's looking for blue.
That's none of the ones I got, so it's definitely ones you guys got.
Yes. So definitely something that Jace is already carrying.
Well, I have to get into your deployment zone is the tough part.
Yes.
And now you engaged me.
Yeah. Do you want to have a look? Can you just measure that deployment zone for us?
Yeah. So it's
It's center. It's 2-2 basically. The table's 6. So if you go 2 in, then it makes the box.
because I was measuring from here.
Yeah, it's. I'm quite certain it's 6. Can you draw the line? Basically, it'll be 1 out from the terminal.
Does it have to be the token? I'm not fully within though. So you already won last turn. I'm not fully in.
Says at the start of the end phase, if the defense turrets are disabled, which he disabled just
Last turn.
The blue token reveals each claim precious cargo token within the red player's deployment zone. So it is not with, not within.
I guess I'll go with my cheap. Scale down. So that's 2 more dodges. Agile 2 from the cover. So
All right, so it sounds like the Wookiees might be the cargo carriers. There's still a thing that Anthony can do. This is the Wookiee chieftain swinging into the T-21 storms below the bridge. 4. Wow. Okay. They say no. We're good. We will not be dying today. So they will just lose 1.
here go.
We'll see what Anthony has for options here. He's needing to deal with find some way to deal with the Wookiees at the top of the bridge here that are engaged with Iden. Not having the standby token is unfortunate. Not having the ability to shoot. He still has the alert action. He might have been better off to actually go with the core and then try the alert on Iden before Iden went.
1 from vigilance, and he's agile 1.
That would have given the option to potentially take that token off before Iden activated, thus then giving Iden her own ability to roll off the flat-footed as well as potentially gaining the standby token from her activation afterwards. So, who's shooting?
He's meleeing with.
Oh, meleeing. Okay, gotcha. Yep, meleeing the.
Should reroll 1 more because you have
So no crit there. The dodges were there. They were stacked up. That was 4 deep. If he had the 5th model there, he might have been able to, re-roll a couple extra dice. But yeah, just the extra die would have been maybe beneficial. Jace is going to pull a core.
I'll go with these 2 dudes who will aim punch.
All right, 2 guys going to aim punch into the storm.
Yep,
Nope, they have an aim. They get 1. All right, so does lose another model there. They're down to 3. Anthony will be on his last core here. He's
Alert Iden. Red defense die.
Yeah, if you would have went with them first, Anthony, you could have had 2 chances at Iden. All right, Anthony, gonna tuck up here. Take a standby. Yep. I think that is the play. Yeah, it's a smart play. Wookiee up top. Wookiee gonna scale down. Wookiee gonna move forward. Move forward again. No, he cannot. He cannot have 2 because but
remember,
one of them is held off the table. You can only ever have 1 of the correct color.
Yellow, 2 purple, 1 blue on the table.
Yeah.
The other blue is here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you can only ever have 1 correct scoring. Yeah, that would be too strong if you could score 2. So, yeah.
And he gets 2 dodges because of the agile charge.
All right, so here's the dodges.
Anything from you?
Yes.
Shield, move, and then quick thinking.
All right. So quick thinking Padme here.
Redeem token. Pull. Wookiees. Aim. Slap Iden.
Aim slab Iden. So the box carrier was the last one that Jace just moved in.
Spin Padme's aim. Nope, still just 4.
I would anticipate that.
Takes 4. Doesn't matter because she just won't die.
ID 10 can take one on the shield.
Yeah. Oh, you got shield.
Yep.
So, takes 3.
Iden takes 3 there.
These cores is shield on. No, you can't use shields on melee.
Oh, not in melee, right? You're not getting shot. That's correct. Yeah, you're correct. All right, moving up storms. Is that token in the 2x2 box?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She deployed there.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at that spot the whole time because he deployed there. So I wanted to get there. If not, I could have just put it like right there too.
So Anthony had option to actually kill that Wookiee.
Yeah. I was really worried.
And the box would have been stuck up top.
So here's the thing. I was picking up with my chieftain, right? Because I was like, my chieftain will take a shot, take maybe 2 or 3 wounds, right? Maybe 1 to 2 if I'm lucky, because I've got 2 dodge tokens.
Yeah.
And then you did 5, and I was like, the only thing that I've got over there to pick it up if you kill this guy with Bane is the chieftain, who now only has 2 wounds left. So like
Yeah.
that lucky shot almost destroyed my whole game. No.
I think
Like, I only
had 2 units that ever got to shoot the entire game. Like I took 3 shots this whole game.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't try to contest the terminal more.
Yeah.
Keep pushing me back on the terminal.
I think you just searched.
Like I kept failing them. I kept failing the terminal. That's why I
No, you were passing it a fair bit.
I was about 50-50 on the terminal.
Which is really good. Because I wasn't rolling much better than that.
This is way faster than Dianoga, but way more things. I think Anthony, I would have also stayed on the terminals because I think as soon as you reveal,
I was on the terminal the whole time. These 2 units would move up.
Right, but you only used it with 2.
And Cat.
Yeah.
I only did it 1 turn.
Well, yeah, because he had an army of Wookiees on him.
Yeah, I think if
I thought you would have kept the other storms back there on the terminal as well.
Well, I needed to support Cat up here.
I honestly wouldn't have put Cad that far up.
Because then I would have had everyone sitting on 1 terminal.
Which is fine. You're hitting it 4 times.
But then I would have never been able to stop you from just grabbing the boxes and coming in.
But if you stop me from getting the terminal, I can't win. Without getting the terminal, I can't win.
Yeah.
My whole win condition relies on the terminal and getting the box out.
That just is such a boring, useless game.
But it just
I wanted to play the game, but I couldn't play the game.
But you wanted to play a game where you defend.
Well, I want to play a game where I get to like use my characters, but I couldn't use my characters.
I mean, you only blanked 4 red in a row.
Well, I know.
To Waker.
And four whites.
And 4 white. Or was that on a storm unit? I thought
No,
that was on
too.
her too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I moved her up twice, but every time I just blanked out. So I spent 140 points on a character that literally didn't do anything the entire game. And these guys also didn't do anything the entire game.
You have a terminal mark.
Well, there you go. I think if I was Anthony, I think my play after the gauntlets would have been to jump down and hit the terminal twice. You got the 2 different things that you do to it. You reveal the box and you hit the manifest.
Extra things like move the one.
Yeah, because I think immobilizing the Wookiee at the top was a good play. Jumping down, you would have got the terminal, and then if you would have, well, I don't know because I think you would have been okay to.
Yeah, he only had 3 wounds.
But but the chieftain just hit you and you basically die if you stayed engaged anyway. So I think getting the 2 hits on the terminal was, I think, worth the CAD because once you have that, you get to the reveal quicker.
Yeah, and then you know what I need. Like if you turn 3, if you know I need a blue and you know it's either held by this Wookiee or this Wookiee because they picked up the first 2.
The check is always happens though. You always get to reveal, and then the turn on is the next thing. But the more information you have from the reveals, if you flip over 2 blue, no, because there was still another token.
He knew all three of his.
Yeah, no, but not at that particular stage. I just think the reveals are actually like in turn 2 you knew them.
One with Cad, and then Iden, and then Iden again on turn 2.
So you knew he had blue then?
No, I didn't know that because I kept failing that roll to
He meant for this thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I kept failing the 3 whites to see what the
This is like fundamentally a shell game. So the more you reveal, the faster. On turn 1, on turn 1, you could effectively know 4 boxes.
So really, the best thing to do in this is take 1 rebel captain and like 6.
Yes.
That's how skirmish is, though.
Yeah, that is skirmish. This is the age-old question of who likes skirmish and who doesn't like skirmish. Skirmish is not 800 points. You can't compare it against 800 points. It's not regular Legion, so.
Actually, like moving and shooting and like playing the game, like having a war. It's a war game.
It's
not a sit and hit a box.
That's what this was.
it's a scenario. Anyhow, Anthony doesn't like dynamic exit. I think it played out all right. I think it's worthwhile playing if you want to have a different look at Legion. I've heard a lot of people who have messaged as soon as we had this have had it. I know Anthony's got a upcoming event in his local in the East Coast, so Dianoga is another crazy one if you want to play something that's way not Legion, but is still fun to try. So. There is dice randomness for sure in this. I don't think powerhouse units are the way to go. I think you play a bunch of vanilla stuff here, which is fine. I think droids would do well. Attack droid with a bunch of naked B1s. You're going to lose units, but you can fan out pretty soon. Striker says his local is also going to do one. So yeah, and I think if people are upfront and know that it's not going to be typical 800 Legion, and skirmish never is really. Is a little bit strange that you can bring heavies in this and you cannot bring supports. I don't know what a heavy would really do for you in this particular one. I think activations are key. You can bring cheap ones. You can't gain secret missions, so there's no real way to game the system by bringing an R2 or anything like that. But I think there's definitely some advantages. Scale was good on this table, but I think scale is really good in general on all skirmish tables, because the mere fact that you're able to close distance even faster on here. So the infiltrate keyword's not there, but CAD's a nice way to circumnavigate that as well. There's nothing that says that you cannot do any oh no, never mind. You cannot scout in this. I just see that's on there as well. So no scout, no bounty, no infiltrate, and no secret missions. So I think those are pretty good restrictions, to be perfectly honest, with what's out there. Double activation Dark Troopers could actually be very interesting. Yes, you are right. Your number of activations will be limited, but the fact that you get 2, I really like that. Good suggestion, Sean Death, for sure. So I think I definitely will give this one a whirl. I'll probably Jason and I will probably throw down a little off-camera action and just see what we can do in the coming weeks or whatever. I'll give it another try, and we'll have some other folks in and around the scene who we could probably talk into trying one of these on a different table and different lists. I think Dark Troopers would be real fun. I kind of like that suggestion. So maybe when they drop, that's a good time to revisit with the double axe. So. I think if the dice cooperate with you Force users, I don't know. They're expensive, and they're really only going to give you the single activation. I don't think. Well, maybe force pushing and choking would be good, because choking the box carrier would actually be quite useful on here. So there may be some value there for sure, but you're definitely going to pay the price for them. So remains to be seen. It's our first time running through it, so I don't know if there's an optimization information to be had yet, but it looks to me like being able to go late in a turn is certainly an advantageous position to be if you're blue. just simply for the defense turret rules, because you're able to kind of get those on there. Once it gets to 5, they can't be shut down, and that's pretty powerful. You're almost kind of at a standstill until you get that. So securing the box and staying somewhere within striking distance is clearly a play here, but you almost have to do a little bit of bait and switch, as Jace was able to do here. Anthony was went after one Wookiee, failed to get another, and pressured with the chieftain, and that kind of alleviated some pressure, especially the immobilized tokens on that one unit almost gave it a safety net that Anthony was unaware of. So yeah, so anyway, that's the game in the books. A short one tonight, but as always, skirmish typically is. So tune in next week. We'll bring you guys back another 800-point game, regular old Legion, if you will. But looking forward to that. I might see about maybe having a game next week because I haven't played for a bit. Doing that would be super fun. I do need to get some league games in, so we'll have a bunch of those to talk about, hopefully, on the Tuesday podcast. So thanks for watching, guys, and tuning in for a dynamic exit. Like I said, I'll drop the video, and I'll also splice out that 4-minute clip video there for you if you guys want to watch that or have that up while you're playing your own game. Seemed to be pretty intuitive once we got rolling. There's just a few interactions and particular about the lookout that we might have to look into. But and yeah, if you're looking at that, it's 1 token can be added and or removed. The rules as written in the dynamic exit rule pack aren't stating that, but there was a rule clarification in the forms that does speak to 1 token. So we have sought that out. We played it like that. Let us know if we got anything else wrong. I'm sure we probably missed a few things here along the way, but that is learning Legion. So we do need to do a giveaway. So if you are still in chat, you need to write the scenario that is your most favorite. So you guys can write any one of the, we got some in the crashed escape pod, we got the dynamic exit or the Dianoga. Write down your favorite scenario. That'll be the way you're going to enter. That's how we'll know you are still here. And then Jace is going to pick a winner. I will tell him how many entries there are, and I will count down from the very first entry for that in chat. So I'll give you guys a minute or 2 to get that in. Got downed ATST, so that'll be 1, and that'll be the first one from there. Jace, I'm going to give you a number in a second, and you're going to pick the winner here. So far we have 3. We got a downed ATST scenario, the Dianoga. Bernard says Battle Lines. Dianoga. I also like the Dianoga. It was pretty fun. Although I haven't played this one in fairness, so. There's 7. There's Chronic Canuck trying to sneak in with an extra one. I'm skipping you for this one. Single entries only. All right, I'm going to let the clock run another 30 seconds to get your entries in. Type in your favorite scenario. So far, we have Andrew entered, Chronic Canucks, Striker, Jim, Bernard. I'm going to give you one, but give me a scenario in there. Sean Death, X Todd.
They're expensive, so that doesn't really help. Mine were all just 1 health dudes.
15 more seconds. Jace, you're looking for a number between 2, 4, 6, 7. 1 and 7 right now. Oh, 8. Got Francisco coming in here. All right, Jace. 1 to 8.
We will go 6.
6. Okay. So from down ATST, Andrew. Andrew is 1, Chronic Canuck 2, Striker 3, Jim 4, Bernard 5. Sean Death is the winner. So Sean Death, you get to hit me up in chat. I'm pretty sure I just sent you something in the mail, of which all of the winners that I have over the last couple episodes, all the cards, all the alt arts, the Gamers Grass, they're all out. So I will get this one out right away, Sean, on Monday. because I don't have a backlog to take care of. So congratulations, Sean Death. You are the winner. I'll send you off your own dynamic exit kit to play with. So you'll be, let me jump in chat here, or my booth. You'll be getting the 4 dynamic exit cards that come, the scenario cards. They're right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll be getting your copy of Slicer Tools, and you will be getting a copy of the tokens to go with there. So you get the terminal, or sorry, the supplies, the terminals, and the flat-footed tokens. So congratulations, my friend. Hit me up in the Discord, and I will get that off to you straight away. All right, guys, thanks for watching another episode of Friday Night Fights. Make sure you guys go check out the Train Studio Patreon. Go check out the Train Studio YouTube channel. Find us on the Discords, and come back and check us out on Tuesday night for the regular podcast. We'll be going live on Tuesday at basically regular time, 8 CST, or 7:30 CST, I should say. And we'll catch you there. Have a great night, guys. Cheers.